Section 3.4, multiplying decimals. Two ways to do it. In the old way, they used to just tell you to ignore the decimal places, count up how many decimal places there were in the problem. So there's one, and there's two actual places, two decimal places, so there should be two decimal places in your answer. That was the old way to do it. The new way now to do it is to do a quick estimate first. So what's 7.3 estimated? Will become 7 rounded off. 2.5 rounded off is 3. So your answer will be about 21. So whatever your answer is, put the decimal in so that it'll be closest to 21 that you can get. Okay, so we just did the estimation part first. We rounded it off to 7, and then we rounded this off to 3. So 7 times 3 is 21. So we'll just put 21 right here so we can remember. Now we're going to multiply it. So we've got 7 decimal 3 and 2 decimal 5. Now, sometimes you can leave the decimals out and put the decimals in after, or sometimes if it doesn't bother you, you can leave the decimals there and just pretend they're not there. So I'm going to start here. 5 times 3 is 15, so I'll put the 5 there and the 1 there. 7 times 5 is 35, plus 1 more is 36. Now I'm multiplying by the tens place, so I'm going to put a 0 here to start. Now, it's 2 times, let me get rid of that 1. So it's 2 times 3, which is 6. 2 times 7 is 14. Now I can add it up. 5 plus nothing is 5. 6 plus 6 is 12, so put the 2 there and carry the 1. 3 plus 4 is 7, plus 1 more is 8. And then nothing plus 1 is 1. Now remember, we said it's got to be the closest you can get to 21. So your decimal place has to go here, because then it'll be 18 decimal 25, and that's the closest you can get to 21. Again, the old way, you used to just count up how many decimal places, and you should have 2 in your answer. So there's 2 decimal places in your answer. I'll do one more. In this one right here, we already know there's going to be 2 decimal places because there's 2 decimal places in your problem. But estimating, round this off to 7 and round this off. This one doesn't work so well. Round this off to 0 because it's not going to work out. So whatever we can get closest to 0, if we do the estimating thing, is where we got to put our decimal. So the closest we can get to 0. So let's work this out. 6.9 times 0.4. Now if you want, you can just shift the decimal over. Okay, but we'll just work it out here first. 9 times 4 is 36. Put a 3 there. 6 times 4 is 24. 25, 26, 27. How many decimal places did we say we're going to have? Well, we need to have 2 of them. So 1, 2, and we put it there. So in this case, estimating, because it rounds off to 0, estimating to put your decimal in is not going to work very good. That's about the only time it won't work. This one right here will be 1 times 1 when we round it off, so the answer will be about 1. Let's do the multiplication part of it. So 0.9 times 0.9, and again, we just pretend the decimals aren't there. 9 times 9 is 81. Put a 1 there and an 8 there. 9 times nothing is nothing. Plus 8 is 8. And we are supposed to have, because you're not going to multiply 0 times 9 and because you're just going to have zeros, we're supposed to have 2 decimal places, or the closest we can get to 1 as our answer. And if we put it here, that's not very close to 1. That's 8.1. We can get it even closer to being 1 than that. So if we put it right here, we will have 0.81, which is pretty close to 1.